Hey guys, today we're going to see the continuation of the story titled The Return of a God of Destruction, Big Mun. This story will be about a god of destruction that was brought to life, but he didn't belong to any of the current 12 universes, but to one of the 6 universes, which had been destroyed by Zeno thousands of years ago. We will see how this god of destruction will behave now thousands of years after his death, and what his goal will be now that he has returned. Will he be a new ally for Goku or a new enemy for him and his friends? Well, just follow along to find out. Grab a bucket of popcorn and your soda and come with me, and of course don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you think of the story. Well, without any further ado, let's get started with this incredible story. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, it was possible to see Big Mun together with Ahmanet, the god of destruction, who was looking at the Super Dragon Balls that he and his angel had already collected until that moment. Big Mun said, well, with this new Dragon Ball, we have 4 of those 7 Super Dragon Balls. 3 of them were in the 7th universe and 1 of them was in the 6th universe. So now we only need 3 more Super Dragon Balls. We need to know in which universe they are, said the god of destruction, holding the Super Dragon Sphere that had 3 stars inside. Ahmanet spoke. How will we know the location of the other Super Dragon Balls and which universe they are in? Asked the angel to her master, who soon got up and placed her hand on her chin, thinking. Big Mun said, let's go to the wise Zuno. He must know the exact location of the Super Dragon Balls and in which universes they are, and mainly how to use them, because until now, we were only gathering them. But we need to know how to use them. The wise Zeno will be able to help us with that, said the god of destruction, thinking of the only being who would have the ability to know the location of the Super Dragon Spheres precisely and how to use them. Ahmanet said, okay, we're going after the wise Zuno, but why are you sure he'll help you? After all, helping you would be the same thing as betraying the High Priest, and Zuno would be erased by Lord Zeno or punished by the High Priest if he did that, asked the angel while looking at her god of destruction master, who ended up giving an arrogant smile. Big Mun said, that's obvious, Ahmanet. The wise Zuno can only be punished by the High Priest if he is alive, and Zuno will only live if he tells me what I want to know, because if he doesn't tell me, let's say Zuno will discover the meaning of pain and hell that mortals fear so much, said the god of destruction, looking at his angel, who soon understood what his master meant. Ahmanet spoke. This reminds me of the old days, when you were stronger and wanted another god of destruction to do something for you. The Lord would threaten him or beat him until he accepted what you said, said the angel while looking at his master, who smiled when he remembered that time. Big Mun spoke, good times. At that time, I reigned over the gods of destruction, and even some angels were afraid of me because of my potential. I could never be able to use the power of Ultra Instinct if I trained a little more, said the god of destruction while remembering the glory days he had. Ahmanet spoke. Who knows? If you use the Super Dragon Balls to regain your power and become even stronger, you may not be able to use the power of Ultra Instinct. If you combine it with the powers of destruction, you will be able to defeat the angels. Well, I just hope that I'm not among the angels that will be defeated by the Lord. The angel spoke seriously to her master, who looked at her and remembered the time he had injured Ahmanet during a training. Big Mun said, no, I would never kill you. Even after I hurt you and I was killed, you were still waiting for me, so I would never get rid of you, Ahmanet. And to this day I apologize for hurting you back then. That won't happen anymore, said the god of destruction, with a serious look at his angel, who ended up sighing and giving a smile. Ahmanet said, sorry, I needed to test this, but now we better go to the wise Zuno and find out where the Super Dragon Balls are and how to use them, said the angel excitedly, right after Ahmanet created a portal to where the Zuno lived. Now at Sage Zuno's palace. In a place connected and at the same time separated from all universes, it was possible to see a great palace, and at its entrance a portal was formed, and from this portal Big Mun and Ahmanet came out. Big Mun said, it looks like it's bigger than when I came thousands of years ago, said the god of destruction while observing the place where he was, and saw that it was different from the time when Big Mun had gone there. Ahmanet said, it makes sense because it's been thousands of years since you came to visit the wise Zuno, said the angel while looking at her master. Leaving the changes that had happened since the last day Big Mun came to the palace, Big Mun and Ahmanet entered Sage Zuno's palace and went to the center where Zuno was sitting on a floating chair. Big Mun said, it's been a while, wise Zuno. You already know why we're here, so tell me what I want to know, spoke the god of destruction while looking at the wise Zuno, who when seeing the god of destruction felt fear in front of what had happened in the last encounters. The sage Zuno said, yes, it's been a while since we've seen each other, Big Mun. After all, you've been dead all this time, and from what I understand, you had a plan to come back to life. right, Big Mun? And you, Amunet, are on the side of this person who will kill all your brothers and sisters after getting the power of the Super Dragon Spheres. And you don't feel any remorse about it, said the wise Zuno while looking at Big Mun and then to Amunet. Amunet spoke. Why should I care about them? After all, when Big Mun was killed, the other angels thought that I was the one training him to kill the angels, and me being the only angel alive, I just did my job to train and take care of my master, and for doing my job correctly, the other angels blamed me. So why should I care if my brothers and sisters are going to die or not, said the angel while looking at the sage Zuno, who couldn't say anything. After all, Amunet was right. Big Mun said, we didn't come here for you to judge my actions or Amunet's actions, so tell me where the other 3 Super Dragon Balls are and how we will use them. And you better not lie, Zuno, or I'll have to come back here, and you know I'm a master when it comes to torturing. So choose whether you're going to speak for good or for bad. I want you to choose the second option because I like it so much, said the God of Destruction, tightening his fists, making the sage Zuno very scared. After all, he knew very well Big Mun's reputation and cruelty. The sage Zuno said, there are 2 more Dragon Ball Spears in the 6th universe and 1 in the 7th universe. They are at certain points in each universe, said the sage Zuno, creating a type of map and giving it to Amunet, who placed it inside his staff to make it easier to get to those Super Dragon Balls. The sage Zuno said, to use the Super Dragon Spheres you'll need to have all 7 united, and when they are together you'll have to say the following. Get out there, Dragon of the Gods, and grant my wish, please. Only you will have to speak using the language of the gods, and after doing that, the Super Shenlong will be invoked. And then you will only need to make your wish speaking in the language of the gods again, and that's it, spoke the sage Zuno to Big Mun and Amunet. Big Mun said, great, that's all we needed to know. Now let's go, Amunet, we need to go after the Super Dragon Spheres that are missing, said the God of Destruction, turning around to leave. Amunet spoke. Wait a little, Master. Zuno Sage, I want to know what are the plans of the gods of destruction and the angels to defeat Master Big Mun and me. They must surely already know that we are in search of the Super Dragon Balls, and must have already created a plan to defeat us or kill us. Then, Sage Zuno, tell us everything you know, said the angel while looking at the sage Zuno, who was irritated to see that the angel had asked him a very important question. Zuno, having no options, ended up revealing all the current plans of the gods of destruction, especially the fact that they had organized themselves to protect the Super Dragon Balls of the 6th and 7th universe. Zuno told Amunet that Vermoth, the current god of destruction of the 11th universe, is protecting one of the spheres that is in the 6th universe, and that Quaitella, the god of destruction of the 4th universe, was protecting the last sphere that was in the 7th universe, along with Beerus, who had previously defeated Big Mun. Big Mun said, this is indeed valuable information. Always thinking one step ahead, Amunet. Congratulations, said the god of destruction while looking at his angel, who had a smile on her face. Amunet said, thank you, Master. Now we better go back and put together a plan to get the Super Dragon Spheres. And by the way, wise Zuno, it would be smart of you not to tell anyone anything, don't you think? He spoke to the angel with a smile on his face, something that made the wise Zuno very afraid. The sage Zuno thought Amunet, who was one of the purest and most innocent angels, ended up becoming that, and all because of that Big Mun demon, thought the wise Zuno while looking at Big Mun and Amunet, who were leaving the place through a portal made by the angel. With that, we close today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes in the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.